momentum from the Bulls game. A little bit of a flat start looked like in this one, the turnovers in that opening stretch, the second quarter. What did you see from the offense in the first half that kind of led to that?
I thought, like you said, we were just a little bit unorganized in our turnovers. Our spacing wasn't great, and just got to get to our reads a little bit faster. But I thought we did a better job in the second half of our execution.
Jayson, at the point of attack, has had a lot of turnovers recently, 7 before the ejection. What does he need to improve on in terms of keeping that number down, and what kind of led to his ejection after that 7th?
I don't really know what led to his ejection. It was like 1 second on the clock, and I was trying to figure out what we were going to do as far as where the ball was and then what our lineup was to start the fourth quarter. So I missed a small portion of that. But as far as the turnovers, just, like everybody else, just, keep the game simple and make the right play and put himself in positions to just make the right read. So, there's times where, just working on the 2-on-1 pass and then obviously seeing a bunch of different coverages, just making those adjustments over time. So something that he works at all the time, so I'm not concerned about it.
How did you feel like the team did after Jayson left? Because he's been kind of the guy running the show for the most part.
I thought everybody stepped up. And that's just kind of the team that we have, and credit to them. I thought they did a great job executing on both ends of the floor. Thought, we went double big there, and we were able to give it a different look. And I thought the guys just, did what they had to do to win. And, games like that, everyone has the expectation of the game is supposed to go a certain way. It's not how the NBA works. And so you saw it the other night when Chicago and Milwaukee. We play with Chicago. Chicago's 2 best players are out there winning overtime. And so, the game wasn't supposed to go a certain way. It went how it went, and it was tough. And I thought we did a great job making plays when it was necessary.
Joe, I know it's early in the season, but what would you say are the biggest differences in you this year versus last year? How have you grown as a coach?
I mean, I've been through some pretty interesting things in 1 year, and so I'm able to use those experiences to try to make better decisions and just have a little bit of a better coaching identity of what I want to be as a coach, what we want to emphasize, what our identity is as an organization. So it's been able to work with our players and our organization to have that alignment.
How much did it help to have an off-season to prepare and to have the staff that you have now?
You just have time to process, time to think. But, if I didn't go through what we went through last year, I wouldn't have had the lens and the perspective of the process of getting to kind of where we're at now as far as what we want to be.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, Peyton had team high 10 points for you guys in the fourth quarter there. It seemed like he kind of stabilized you guys offensively. What did you see out of him during that stretch?
That's the guy. That's Peyton. That's why he's so competitive. That's why he does what he does, and that's why no matter what happens, you can always rely on him. And so what he did tonight is exactly what I expect from him every time his name is called. So made the right play, competed on the defensive end, pickup points were great, ball pressure was good, got in there for rebounding, and just scored at different levels, whether it was in the paint, whether it was threes, whether it was a cut. Just that's him.
And have you had a chance to talk to Jayson after the game, just in terms of after the ejection? Did he talk
Smile,
to you guys in
give
the
him a
locker room?
hug, laugh it off.
I was kind of going to ask the same question, which is just, do you need to talk to him about keeping it under control, or is that the kind of fire you like to see?
I like some of that. I think some of that is important. Obviously, you don't want it to get into the way of where it gets in the way of winning, but I think that type of passion and caring about it and I err on the side of I'd rather see that than nothing at all. Just sometimes pick and choose your spots, but I'm not going to say anything to him.
What did you see in the first half defensively, and what kind of changed for you in the fourth on that end?
So our team shoot 50% from three, and what I did see is we did not do a great job in our individual defense. We did not do a great job taking tendencies. So Pat Beverly got into the lane 4 times with his right hand. We didn't take Morris's airspace, and then our pickup point on Melton wasn't great. And so it just what I saw was exactly what I talked about, was this expectation of the game is supposed to go a certain way, and now it's not, and how do we respond to it? And then once we were able to get past the idea of it didn't go the way we think it should go, now we can adjust and play. And I thought we played we had 2 25-point quarters in the second half, 2 36-point quarters. And so the 36-point quarters back-to-back is completely unacceptable, and it's because of our lack of detail on tendencies, and just the fundamentals of our defense.
Coach, just apropos what you said, the game wasn't, you couldn't predict the way the game was going to go. Did that, with Joel and Tyrese out, did that affect your substitution pattern? And also, did that play into your dissatisfaction with the 36-point quarters?
I'm sure it didn't affect my sub pattern, but I'm sure it affected the overall mindset of how this is supposed to go. But I thought we did a good job working through it.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. I thought for sure Gary was going to ask.